Hey YouTube, this is a little bit different for me. I'm doing a review on some film and lighting products because I'm kind of growing the channel and I'm doing this new video series on YouTube called Traveling Through, just highlighting songwriters and stuff. A friend recommended these, so I just wanted to walk you through some of the features because I didn't know you could get this kind of, this package for the price. So let's check it out. Okay, so here's the unboxing. Great video maker. This case is great. It feels really nice. There's some good backing inside. Not too flimsy. It's pretty sturdy. They have nice little slots for each thing. Now, I already set up one of the lights here for the video. So this is going to be there's double of all of these basically, right? So you have a little compartment here for the light, centered in some kind of foam. Now the foam could be originally for just packing, but I kind of like the extra added safety. So I left it in there. It comes with the light here. Comes with a diffuser here. Now this is, you can see this is about 1/8 inch thick, pretty sturdy, flexible. I'll have to check it to see what kind of protective film is on it. Same thing, so 2 compartments. This pulls out, so if you want to reconfigure it, that's pretty cool. Center part is not just padded, it's padded with a center plastic, so it's definitely going to put up with a little bit more. Same thing with this center divider too. You can remove this and it's padded and it's got the center controller. Now each one of these lights, I did get 2 of these lights. They came with this adapter. So it's got 3-pin on one side and your standard little 9-volt kind of thing. Let's see what the actual voltage is on this. There's 15 volt, 4 amps, so it's drawing a good amount of current for sure. And then it also came with 2 of these. Now, it's pretty nice, branded bag, zip ties at the top just to make sure that stuff stays separate. And then came with a little manual. But, you know, I gotta say, I didn't open the manual and everything was pretty intuitive, so big ups, guys. Okay, so I extended this all the way up. I'm 6 foot. So the stand goes to about 6'2", it looks like. Attach that up, and the center of this light's probably about 7 foot. So that's pretty cool. It's good enough to get kind of up and over someone if they're standing and use it for a hair light. Now these are they're not very wide, so I wouldn't put any kind of boom on this. You can make them a little bit wider than this, but you can see my pro light over there, my newer ring light. That one has a pretty wide base. So this is about half that size, which also means that it packs down pretty well. Has about 3 sections. Okay, so there's a lot of reasons that I picked this. The cool thing about this light is it's pretty light, but it also has battery. It's nice to be able to use the AC adapter. You can switch right here, battery and adapter. I'm sure there's a lot that are out there that can do this, but I really like this one because you can control brightness. Let's see if I can, right? Okay, all of them have brightness. All of them will have some kind of color control. So you can go much cooler or much warmer. Hopefully this is actually working. And you can see the actual K value here, which is great. But this one's really cool. I didn't understand when I bought it. I just kind of thought that's what it did. I didn't understand that it has all the modes. But then also within that, you have modes here. So this is like the standard master mode, right? So I can actually click this down and switch it to different features. So now I have hue control here. So I can make it all sorts of hues, and it's very easy to control and calibrate too. So if you wanted to replicate certain setups with colors, you could match these numbers at the bottom to the hue, which is great. Cycle it again. And then you have saturation, which I kind of like too. So you can actually you can do a tinted version of a white if you wanted to, based off of the saturation percentage, and then cycle back to your normal white with colors. That is amazingly intuitive to have a couple knobs. I'm 5-star on that. That's kind of the way I'm going to be using it. Are other features, which I think is really cool. So if you go nice and close, let's see if I can turn this. Okay, so you have mode here, and so you can go to app control. I've seen some stuff online that says the app's not great, so I'm not really going to spend too much time trying it. Because I think it's just intuitive. The UI is really good on this. But the other mode is pretty interesting too. Okay, so these other modes, it has 4 modes. It's got master, app control, rotate, I have no idea, Slave means something else can control it, right? That makes sense. So you can connect them together. But this is the feature that I really liked. If I take this and I hold it down, 1, 2, it goes into different scenes. So there's 08 scene control, right? So this is some kind of strobe, but I think it's like a scary house strobe or something. Let's go to... Okay, I'm going to go scene 1. This is kind of like a pulsing, like diminishes, which is kind of sweet. Scene 2, it's cycling through all the different colors. Let's see. So this one's kind of like a flickering house light, maybe. It's hard to see, I think, on here. Let's go to the next scene. Kind of the same thing. Flickering house light, but in a different color. Okay, this one is kind of a random start and stop, but you can control the K value, which is great. Yeah. Scene 6 is going to be cycling through colors, but you can control the milliseconds, which is really good. One quick note I just noticed right now, just because I'm an audio person, when it gets to the red tints, there's a very, very high, maybe 10,000, 12,000 hertz kind of ring. Goes away with all the blue colors, so keep that in mind. That might drive you crazy. Okay, let's go to scene 7. Same thing. You have cycling through colors with strobe. And your millisecond controls how fast it cycles through the colors. Right, so if you do a longer one, it stays on one color for longer. And then back to the strobe 8. Hold it down, it cycles back to your normal features. That is really, really cool. They also included, if you can see, let's see if it adjusts. So I put in this diffuser, so it actually came with a pretty hefty diffuser here, but you can see, let me see if I can turn the brightness down. There we go. You can see there's 2 sets of LEDs that make white, right? And so some of them turn on or off, depending on whether you want more blue or more yellow. That's great, but you can still kind of see each individual dot. So if you put this diffuser on, it's pretty heavy duty. Slides into this front right here. It's a little, gets a little stuck. Not a huge fan of that. Maybe I'm not supposed to slide it in? I don't know. Anyway, the idea is that it gets rid of some of the individual dots. You can see the dots on the bottom, you see the diffuser on the top. So I like that, the fact that it comes with it, and it comes with one for each. That's great. Seems like all the attachments are pretty solid. Everything's light enough that it's not gonna really like put too much weight on the stands. The stands are very light, they're very inexpensive, but they feel pretty decent. I can imagine if you're a full-time photographer putting these in and out of cases, breaking them down, or if you have a friend that's not very careful breaking them down, you might end up with some issues with that. But they break down pretty small. It's pretty cool. Okay, so overall, I'm super excited to try these out and use them on some of my videos. So, yeah, I mean, just what a great price. This kind of is my standard now for lighting stuff. If you don't include a lot of these features, I'm not buying your product or I'm not going to give you great reviews. So check these out. Let me know what you think is either up to snuff or kind of falls short for standard. I'm just kind of getting into this. So this is my quick review just for anyone who's in the market for something like this, whether it be prosumer or maybe backup or travel rig, you know. So hit like and subscribe down below so I can keep building the channel, and we'll see you soon.